Welcome to the Optimists Always Win Forum. You are about to embark on the journey where we learn how to move from defeat to life's C-suite. Your host today is award-winning speaker, stage 4 cancer survivor, and renowned diversity trainer, Kimberly S. Reed.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Reed, author of Optimists Always Win. Welcome to today's segment of Optimists Always Win Virtual Forum. I will be sitting down with some incredible people over the next month. Today, I am joined by the gorgeous and fun Jennifer Freeman, B. Ray, the remarkable Thomas Smith, the Pastor Deborah Morton, thank you all so much for joining me today. I would love to welcome all of you to the Optimists Always Win Virtual Forum. Can you tell I am so excited about this? My name is Kimberly Reed, and I am the author of the new book, Optimists Always Win. In 2020, we have all been faced with trials. We have learned how to pivot, navigate the post-pandemic world, and actually we are still there, very much so. Many people we see depicted on the news have lost their jobs. Many have lost loved ones, members of their community, and much of the structure that previously made up of what was their lives. In the wake of such an upheaval, this conversation about optimism is extremely important, not just to me, but it is very timely that other people hear what all of you have to say. 8 years ago, when my mother became ill, which then later was terminally ill, my Shiro, my best friend, and when I lost her, my world ended. And in the midst of all that, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer that then later progressed to stage 4. And in my mother's final days, she remained a shining light for so many people. She poured into them. She helped them through their darkest hour when she was walking through her own. She carried herself with optimism, hope, elegance, and grace. And that gave me the courage to do the same in my life's challenges and even through my own diagnosis. So I'm here today, 8 years later. I beat cancer. I won. I don't want to say I beat. I thrived and I won. And through my struggle, learned the power of unapologetic optimism. This concept changed my life. And I wanted to help others to change their own, which is why I wrote this book, Optimists Always Win, moving from defeat to life's C-suite. And why I wanted to have this conversation today with all of you. And I'm going to start with B. Because B, you were an early innovator in the Silicon Valley, becoming one of the first women CEOs to build and sell off a tech company. You not only successfully built and eventually sold Source Harbor Inc. Today, you are a popular speaker, and you are the author of the book, which I can't wait to receive, What an MBA Taught Me, but my kids made me learn. A bestseller and foundational book for many book clubs around the world. And you share how your experiences as a mom of 3 kids taught you how to negotiate, I love this, communicate, and adapt in today's business world. B, welcome. How are you?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yes, my pleasure. And also, I am joined by Jennifer Freeman. Oh my gosh. Jennifer, you are widely known. And I can't tell you how many episodes repeatedly that I've watched of your role as Claire Kyle on the hit show, My Wife and Kids. In addition to your work as an actress, Jennifer, I'm so proud. You are a motivational speaker, a youth advocate, and a model with your gorgeous self. Jennifer, welcome! I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. And next, we are joined by the pastor, Deborah Morton. New Orleans native, Deborah B. Morton. She is not only a leader, she's a teacher, a preaching machine, pastor, an entrepreneur who lives alongside and who serves alongside her husband, Bishop Paul S. Morton Sr. at Greater St. Stephen Full Gospel Baptist Church in New Orleans, Louisiana. When she was ordained as an elder in 1993, she earned the groundbreaking distinction as one of the first ordained women elders to preach in the Bible pulpit. A Stellar Award nominee and James Cleveland Award winner. Pastor Morton has gone on to executively produce an album and write several songs, opened troubled teen girls' homes, and helped her husband to rebuild and expand a great ministry. Pastor Morton is also an author of Beyond the Storm, How to Survive in Life's Toughest Seasons, which is on order for me too. So Pastor Morton, welcome and thank you.
Thank you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And look, I'm going to write another book after you because you're so excited and encouraging. And I'm just blessing God that you got beyond your storm.
Pastor Morton, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate those words. And I am so happy to be here. Very blessed. And finally, we are sitting down with Thomas Smith. Thomas E. Smith is the only documented medical case of a person that has been paralyzed on 3 different occasions. In 2019, Thomas miraculously became the first person to suffer multiple cases of paralysis to complete the Boston Marathon without the use of a wheelchair. Since his 3rd accident, Thomas has lived his life with purpose, shifting his focus from pursuing a hockey career to inspiring others and helping those who have suffered paralysis. After co-founding the Thomas E. Smith Foundation in 2010, his work has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for individuals suffering from paralysis. In 2020, Thomas was appointed by the governor of Massachusetts, New Englander, that's me too, to be the chairperson of the Hockey Task Force. Wow. Thomas, hi, welcome.
How are you, Kim? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So before we begin into each chapter, I'd like to hear from each of you a learning lesson from this past year. And what are you most optimistic about today?
One of the things I'll say, it's hard to say what's most optimistic because I don't spend much time ranking them, but I will say that I needed to be 4 hours away from my home 2 hours from now. So I came obviously early so that I could sit down and talk. And I was in the car with my 15-year-old, and we started talking about spending the afternoon. And he said, "Mom, you are too optimistic." And he had no idea where I was coming. And I just think that guilty as charged. I'm happy to be here. The problem he had was that I thought, well, we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina for 24 hours. Maybe there's a way you can see the hornets. And so the point is that I don't know that for me, I choose to rank which is the thing I'm most optimistic about, but I know that if I reach for the stars in any little thing, how I'm spending the afternoon with my 15-year-old, to the chance to be on a podcast and show with really bright, amazing people, I'm gonna approach them both with how great can this be?
Yeah,
that was great on optimism. Listen, we had a tough year, but I'm most optimistic about deliverance because the Bible says many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God delivers them out of them all. And when I look at all of the affliction and things that we've gone through in many ways, different ways for each family, I know that deliverance is what the end will be. And I'm just optimistic that as God spoke to me, that visions and prophecies will unfold. And so anybody who had a dream, a vision, and it was looking crazy, like would never happen, get ready for deliverance from that old stuff, because great stuff is about to happen.
yeah, no question about it. Anyone, Jennifer?
I know. I'm all of these. Everyone sounds so great. I think the thing I'm most thankful for is family and relationships. And I think this year, my life is always so busy. We're always doing so many activities. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and so we were just always doing something. And so, really, this year we had to stay in the house, and so. You really start to realize what's really important in life and the priorities and the people. And so I think I'm just most optimistic about the relationships that I've gotten to build in the community, that I've gotten to build during this time, virtually,
Yeah.
I think, finding creative ways to play games, to keep in contact. And so, relationships are what make life rich. And so I'm most optimistic about that next year.
Yeah, I love that. I love that with relationships. Yeah, yeah. We've had to be very innovative, right, and creative of how. Look at Zoom, right? I mean,
Exactly.
Zoom. We should have bought their stock right before this happened.
Exactly. There's so many apps. I'm like, I wish I would have, the games app, like Zoom, all these different platforms. But it's amazing,
Mm-hmm.
It is really, truly amazing.